here we go. Team black. Okay, I gotta focus here. I'm thinking about c5 and knight c6. I'm also thinking about fianchettoing. What's unprotected? This guy and this guy, but none of them are accessible for when one of these pawns move. So I'm thinking about this, here, here, here. I'd really like to get in c5, knight c6. Breathing space for my rook. What would I do if pawn push here? Okay, they're not going with that. So I like this already. And maybe I should play here. Yeah, I'm going to do this right now. No. If I do this pawn push, and then if I take bishop here, or if I would have moved it, maybe next I'll do this. So d5, g6, bishop g7. I imagine this is best. They're not doing that. This could be problematic now, I think, for white. How do you deal with this pawn advance? This duo. Okay, you're going with that. Would the bishop be slightly exposed? Like, could I... you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take. And... my knight out? Okay. For a second I was thinking, could the queen come out here? I have that defended. I am actually thinking about knight here and bishop here. As odd as that may seem, I'd really like to get rid of this bishop. I might need to mute the stream. I think I might be ready to sneeze. Okay, I think it went away. False alarm. Okay, so they're prepping this, but I don't think they have enough support for it. I could do this move. Let's get this in first, though. I'm abandoning the idea of fianchettoing. This is pretty much a tell, because I would never play e6 and g6 and weaken this f6 square like that. No way. Not happening. Not allowing it. d5 takes. I could take, because my knight is here to defend my rook if there is a capture. So I was going to do this next with bishop c5, but now they're stopping it. Here's met with this. I think my knight needs to reposition, but... well, yeah, let me do that. I want my knight on f6, so my knights are going to end up classically developed. Classical squares. f6 and c6. Even on time. Let's get here. And get my bishop probably to d6, pointing at something. There's no pin I have to worry about, so I'm not going to go here. Here is better. Of course, I make this maybe easier to get in. And, does this seem too weird? I want to get my bishop working. Let's... I don't want to go opposite the rook. Are they going to take the pawn? Let's see. Initially I was going to go to this square, but maybe over here is better. Knight f5 might not be so bad. Bishop takes, I do this, and I get this pawn. If I get rid of their light square bishop, there's some weaknesses that I could potentially exploit. I could imagine a queen here one day, a knight here. Something like that. Maybe this. Maybe I don't even need a castle. Yeah, I like this idea. Just clearing the way for bishop c6. We'll run with it. 3-minute warning. Yeah, this is not so sure about that. Could also consider putting pressure on this. So if takes, I'm going to go with the knight. Or do I like this post? I might actually like the knight better on f6. Or f5. Okay, so they're not so quick to do what? They're not so quick to trade bishops. This pawn is hit twice. I was just ready to do this move. Be dropping that. Huh. Interesting. I really don't want to deal with the pawn on e4, an e4, f4 structure. So I was considering this, allowing the damaging the structure. Castle, king here, rook g. I can still castle queenside, and so can I. I shouldn't... I don't know what to do. Alright, I guess I'm going to try to cope with this structure. c5 next and then retreat my bishop. Or what about b5? Okay, this, because my bishop I can't rely upon anymore to defend this square. It could be kicked. Need to get castled. Now that there's a completely open file, the rooks are going to have to contribute. We're really dead even on time. I don't want to take because I helped them develop, so let me come all the way back. No, not all the way back. Here's sufficient. My knight is there to defend. So if queen takes, I'm definitely taking with the rook. I'm one move away from being fully developed if we have a queen trade. Now maybe I don't want to... Well, yeah, let's castle. Can't really do without castling here. So I'm keeping the tension, and I want to keep the knight out of here and have a new square for my bishop. Now that there's no bishop takes c5, I have a moment here to get that in with this. Let's get here. If white isn't careful, maybe I'll avoid the queen exchange and then try and exploit the king position. So I think maybe now is the time to trade queens. Although she seems tucked in quite well on this square, even after a bishop exchange. Whoa! Now I'm going to have this light square diagonal. Oh, that move's coming though. I'm going to take... Queen takes. I get to enter on the 7th though. Dead even on time. I'm on the pawn and the bishop. It needs to... Let's do this. I don't want to trade rooks so easily. I have these knight hops. The knight's in a pin. Let's keep control over this file. Pawn push, I do this. Knight f5. Okay, get my knight involved. There's going to be a bunch of rook trades. Here. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm on this pawn. If rook can't come back over here, I have pressure. I want to keep pressure on c3. King position. I have a good knight position. My bishop, not the greatest piece in the world. Less than a minute. Do I take? No. Let's grab some space. He's very ugly. Tall pawn syndrome. Oh, but now they could do this. I really want to keep my rook, though. I want to keep my rook active. My knight could cause some headaches, too. If the rook goes too far, I could get this guy. He's a bad bishop, but he's controlling an important pawn. I could also pin the bishop if he goes after my pawn. Actually, I don't even know how the rook tries to attack him. Let's do this. I want to break at b3. a5 if takes, I do this. Whoa, totally missed that. Let's go back here. Stay active with the rook is the plan. Let's keep pressure here. Let's come back over. King position. Get my king in a better position, man. Let's take. And I don't even know what I want to do. I'll try this. My king needs to come over on f5, I think. My bishop is going to get kicked around, though, if my king goes too far. Time burner? Just king over is fine. Another time burner? I want to get this move in. I should... Okay, let's come over here. And then get my bishop here. Okay, and now... I still don't want to trade. I'm going to try something a little reckless. A4 takes, and then B3, and then get this C4 pawn. Track him down or him. Actually, let me get him first since he's passed. The bishop could have been there to defend, though. Wow. Good game, man. Good game. I was just fishing for stuff right there at the end. They're saying that they had internet lag issues. I hate those lags, right? That happens though. Alright, let's go back here. Fischer random. What an interesting start here. From your perspective. Yeah, I'm always really drawn to these moves. Identify the rook. If there's a rook on one of these 4 files, C, D, E, or F, I really like pushing upon 2 squares. Especially if you can follow up with having the knight right behind it, which was my idea here. It just, this configuration, it's nothing sophisticated, but just having the knight right behind the pawn. There's the support squares on B4 and D4, which are nice. Nice possibilities. Yeah. There's a bunch of people are pointing out Queen D4 stuff. Oh my goodness, right here. Oh man, are you serious? Oh, thanks for pointing that out. I feel wonderful right now. Everybody's going bonkers in the Twitch chat right now. Queen D4, you fool. Forktown. Oh, man. Yeah, that would have been nice, right? That would have been game over. So blunder by white and a counter blunder by black. Yeah, missed opportunity. Nice. Queen D4, check. Goodbye, bishop. Goodbye, game. Man. All right. There's an improvement. Okay. Move noted. I like this knight move. That was nice. I was kind of torn here. I mean, he's hitting a lot of points here. C5, F6, quite limited. Could I have done something better? Where could white have done something better? Okay, clearly white has to do something other than this. Well, if this isn't played, then... My center might be... Well, I don't know. Maybe D3 and E4 is an idea. Just building a center. Where's the furthest advanced pawn? F4. If you could get this guy up right next to him, it's usually a good thing. Pawns work well in duos. Two pawns here on E4 and F4, which is eventually what happened when I took on E4. And then that eventually granted a space advantage to white. Now, I think the better approach right here is to not go elsewhere with that queen. Yeah, well, I mean, it's quickly realized. The queen comes right back over to E2, but nothing really was gained right there. In fact, I mean, you're the better side. Look at this pawn structure. It's excellent. Look at your king position. The only thing I have working for me is a rook in your position, but you neutralize that. Rook C2, I avoid the trades, but eventually you are able to just get them in. And I like... your bishop is just awesome. It's just a very solid game. Missed a missed move early on by both of us, but I'm just fishing for stuff here at the end. I think when it comes to this sequence of pawn advances, nothing is happening right there. But as soon as a pawn advance happens, it's time to reassess. So after A5 or A4 takes B3, I am going to get one of these guys back. Or even in the final position when there was a loss on time, bishop here. Although I have rook a4 here. I'm not sure. We're both just moving fast at this point. Or maybe he resigned, I don't know. Either way, it was both low on time. Very tight game the whole way through. Aside from that early blunder by both of us. Okay. Good game.